in this video, we're going to go ahead and take a look at slope-intercept form. So the focus of this video will be, first off, how to write a simple equation in slope-intercept form, but also be able to take an equation and rewrite it into slope-intercept form. So let's go ahead and get started. So slope-intercept form looks like y equals m times x plus b, where m is always going to be your slope, and where b is always going to be your y-intercept. Now, down below here, we have two examples where they give us the slope and they give us the y-intercept. We need to be able to write this into slope-intercept form. So, if my slope is going to be negative 1/2, I'm going to replace the m, or substitute m, with negative 1/2. So when I go to write my equation, it would look something like this. Y equals, I'm going to replace m with negative 1/2, x, and then now I'm going to substitute or replace b with 7, since that's my y-intercept. Since it's a positive 7, I will put plus 7. And that's taking the slope and the y-intercept and rewriting it in slope-intercept form. Now, if you would like to pause the video and try this next one on your own, please do so. If not, continue with the video. So my next example here, I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this into slope-intercept form. So my slope is 4 and my y-intercept is negative 1. So I'm going to go ahead and start writing my equation. Y equal, my slope is 4 times x, and my y-intercept is a negative 1 this time, so I could just put minus 1. And now this is written in slope-intercept form. Okay, now for the second part of the video, we're going to take a look at a couple of equations that we have to write from the original equation into standard form. So here's the two examples that we're going to look at, ladies and gentlemen. So my first example, I'm going to take a look at negative 3x minus 5y equals positive 10. And then for my second example, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at 6x plus 2y equals negative 18. So notice that neither one of these equations are written in slope-intercept form. So it is our job to be able to manipulate the equation to write them into slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. So because slope-intercept form always has y isolated, that should always be your goal, is to isolate for y, and that will allow us to write it into slope-intercept form. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the first example here. So I'm trying to work my way towards isolating for y. So that means I want to get rid of this negative 3x first, so that leaves me with negative 5y. So to get rid of negative 3x, I'm going to add 3x to both sides. It'll cancel here, leaving me negative 5y. Make good habit that 3x is going to be in the position of the slope. So I'm going to put 3x, since it's positive, I'm going to go ahead and write plus 3x as positive 3x. And then this 10 is a positive number as well, so I'm going to put plus 10 when I bring it down. Now, I need to go ahead and get rid of this negative 5 so I could isolate for y completely. So I'm going to go ahead and divide everything by negative 5. So y is now isolated. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the right side of the equation here. 3x over negative 5. I could just write that as a fraction of negative 3/5 x, and that cannot be simplified. And then I'm going to look at 10 divided by negative 5 is just negative 2. So since that gives me negative 2, I will rewrite it as minus 2. And now that puts that equation into slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we have our slope is negative 3/5 and our y-intercept is negative 2. If you would like to pause the video here and try the next one on your own, you are more than welcome to. If not, stay with us for the video. Alright, let's go ahead and write this equation into slope-intercept form. So I need to isolate for y. So I need to go ahead and get rid of this 6x first. Since it's positive, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 6x from both sides, leaving me 2 times y equals, make good habit, put that negative 6x in the position of where your slope's going to be, minus 18. Okay, I almost have y isolated for, but I need to go ahead and get rid of this 2. So I'm going to divide everything by 2 to go ahead and start isolating for y. Negative 6 divided by 2, that will go in evenly 2 into negative 6 to give us negative 3x. And then minus 18 or negative 18 divided by 2 is minus 9 or negative 9. So I will put minus 9 down below. Now I have this equation written in slope-intercept form as well. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you were able to get a lot out of this video on slope-intercept form and how to rewrite an equation into slope-intercept form. The next video to this section is how to take an equation that is in slope-intercept form and graph it. So if you need help with graphing, tune into the next video.